Deciding to start seedlings and sorting out your soil and choosing to amend your soil can be a big step and a big need. And of course, you may be forced to go into the big box stores and find some soil amendments, some that you may want the soil to be turned more chunkier, more fine, whatever it is, just to meet the needs of the vegetables that you choose to start. I'm going to tell you 5 cheap soil amendments that may be lying around your yard, in the garbage, who knows, on the curb. That might be a good place as well, that can help you out to amend the soil, and you get the same type of soil that you would get by using these expensive mixes, but on the cheap. Okay, so I'm gonna move right into it. The first thing is sand. If you're here in Florida like me, of course you already have sand, and here it is. It might be beneficial for some crops, starting some crops. I use sand, the pure sand itself from out the yard, to start my okras and my roselles because they're not fussy, and the sand was perfect for them, and it started the seeds well, and I have the plants to show. So this is another good one. But suppose you don't have the sand itself, what else can you use? There you can go for other things like crushed eggshell, and it works quite well. Here you have it. You just take the eggshell and you crush it. And that works out quite fine. Okay, you add it to the soil, whatever you are doing, you add it and it helps. Okay, someone might ask, why sand? Okay, sand helps to improve drainage, and it helps to prevent the soil from sagging, from clogging up and binding, and form a thing like clay. So it does help. So depending on what you're starting, you might need to use something like that. Okay, so that is a good substitute. Eggshells straight from the kitchen. You use your eggs, save the shells, and you can crush them and add them to your soil. Okay, the other thing is perlite. Suppose you don't have perlite. Of course, perlite, I know, is another good thing. It is from organic volcanic rock. It is natural from the earth, and it is something good to have. Perlite helps to create air pockets within the soil, okay? And it is something good depending on what you're trying to plant. If it is good to have air pockets when you're planting peppers, when you're doing tomatoes, and when you're specializing in container gardening. You have your pots, and like me, that has a mega container garden, these size raised beds, so you can use it to help amend the soil. But suppose you don't have the money, to go get the perlite or use it, or you just don't want to, what else can you use? My option for that, crushed charcoal, and I'll show you here. Here it is, crushed charcoal. You take it and you add it to your soil, okay? It works out quite fine, and it will help to create a consistency that is good for you. Okay? So if you're doing peppers, tomatoes, container gardening, this helps. The other thing with this is it helps to hold nutrients, within the soil, and that helps. Okay. Depending on the veg that you're planting and the objective you're trying to have. Okay, I'm moving right along. The other one is vermiculite. What can you use? Vermiculite adds moisture to the soil. Okay, it helps the soil to hold moisture, and in this time, in the heat, Florida's heat, I'm telling you, when it's raining down and it's hard for the soil to hold moisture, that is another good substitute to add, another amendment to add. But of course, suppose you don't have any vermiculite, what can you add? And I'm gonna show you. Get some cardboard. Okay, this is cardboard. I begin to tear it up beforehand, so I now have it, and you can add to your soil mix. Okay, so this is another thing. When cardboard gets wet, it gets soggy, it eventually breaks down. And one point I want y'all to know is cardboard, make sure it doesn't have any plastic on it, and it is compostable. Okay, so some of the boxes of some of the things that you buy, read it and it will be on it to say what type of, you know, if it was treated or sprayed with any chemicals. That's the other thing. Be mindful of what came in those cardboard boxes. This box, my container here came in it, and I read it. It said it was a compostable box, so I know I can use this cardboard safely. And what I did, I just shredded it into pieces. So now I'm adding it to this soil, and it will be able to hold moisture for me and maintain it. Okay, so if you're starting seeds and if you're starting your summer garden where you need moisture, utilize small things like this. Okay, there's another one, peat moss. Peat moss, what can you use in the place of peat moss? You know, it is something that you need. It holds air pockets and it is organic matter. You need something to substitute for that. What can you use? I have it here. Dried leaves. Nothing is better than dried leaves. And I'm lucky enough to have a neighbor's tree here that constantly shed leaves, so I just collect it. Okay, so here you have this. When it is dried, it creates pockets within the soil, and this couldn't be more of organic matter. Okay, so you can use it, add it to your soil, and it helps. It will help to grow whatever you're growing. So here is something else that I would add. Okay, one other thing. Instead of expensive compost, you know, there's one other thing that you can get. Of course, you need to feed the soil. It's not about the plants themselves, but the soil. And I'm going to show you something. This here is aged compost. Okay, specifically coffee grounds. Okay, when you get coffee grounds, nothing is wrong with it, but you have to make sure that it is aged. Fresh coffee grounds is too acidic. It will burn the plants. It will do more harm than good. But when it is aged, it works out perfect. So I have aged coffee ground here. Okay, and it works perfectly. You just add that to the soil, and this now feeds the soil. This now makes the soil a living soil and makes it now not dirt, because now this is an upgrade. This is not dirt anymore. This is something living that can feed your plants. So make sure you add a little, and if you have aged, get your coffee grounds and make sure it is aged. Okay, this adds microbes to the soil, feeds the soil, make sure that life begins within the soil, and when there's breakdown, decomposition and excretion from those animals within it, like the worms and such, it feeds your plants. So there you'll have fertilizer on the go within the dirt itself, within the soil itself, I should say. Okay, so those are the 5 amendments I wanted to show you. Okay, if you're just joining me, I'm Deb. Welcome to my little spot here. 2 raised beds to freedom, fast producing raised beds, easy, economical, DIY, organic, minimal space, minimal effort. I accept everyone. Come on in, you're invited, and I want your input. Tell me if you agree with what I'm doing here, because here I'm creating something that we can all use on the cheap, on the go, on the fly, without spending a lot, and that is the way to go. So these are my 5 amendments that I wanted you to know about. The cheap ones that you don't have to spend money on. They're in the yard, up and about, they're on the curb. Okay, and if you're just joining, those 5 things. Okay, for vermiculite, use shredded cardboard. For peat moss, use fallen leaves. For expensive compost, use aged compost, aged coffee grounds that you may save you from your own kitchen, or stop at one of those coffee shops. Some of them save for you, like Starbucks. They will do it. Okay, sand for drainage if you have it, and if you don't have it, use other things. Crushed eggshell, or I forgot, I have another one, and that is fine pine bark. Okay, these are small and you can add it to the soil as well. Okay, and you get it in the big box store. A big bag, whatever liter bag, is like for $3, and you can have them to put in multiple pots, and even in your raised bed if you're fortifying the soil, rebuilding the soil. And here you go, perlite, crushed charcoal. Okay, so those are my tidbits. I wanted it to be quick and to the point, because a lot of people struggle. with amending the soil. And some people, they don't have the money, they're gardening, but that don't mean they want to break the bank. And that can help, you understand? If you can make ends meet by using the things around you that are free, why not use it? So there you go, there's another one. Okay, stick around, I have many more tidbits, tips and tricks up my sleeve, and we're gonna grow the season with what we have. That doesn't mean we have to do it in an expensive way. Okay, so here I am, Deb here, signing out. Another one. See you again. Check back in. I have more to share and more tips to give. Take care. Bye. Just so you know, there will be a part 2 to this that you don't want to miss. So stick around. Me again, signing out again. Bye.